Hello everyone, True Blood Base here, welcome back to the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Last time, we had an admittedly not as bad time as I was expecting with Cold Hard Crash, and we defeated Dr. Engine, Cortex's new right-hand minion this time around though. Although, we were supposed to give him the crystals though, but he attacked and started the fight though. I stand by that. But this time around though, we got 5 more levels to go through here, so we're in the last warp room, there's 5 more left. And I'm not looking forward to any of them, so let's just go down the line, I guess, with this. So I'm not looking forward to any of these, though. Piston It Away, and there's a hint that basically is indicating that we have a death route for this one as well, which already is not exactly the best sign for this. So, but I'm not looking forward to this. This is another one, a death route I'm really not looking forward to. But before we get to that, what about that though? New enemies over here, though. This thing over here that you can't jump or spin into them because the stuff right now, you have to slide into them. So, another case where you basically have like only one way to beat certain enemies. Those, I think those little lizard enemies that we saw in the ruins level were the same way though. These enemies right here though, I hate these things. Initially not so bad though with it though because you basically just have to jump off them. But though that's not the problem with them though. The problem is though that their hitbox is a little bit precise. So there's times though where you're going around with them though, and you have to bounce off them though. But you're off by a little bit though. It counts as you kind of hitting the side of them with that though, and then you take the hit. It's like I said, the hitbox is a little precise. But that's only the first thing though. They also can have when they raise those little arms up though, electrifying the tops, which means then you have to slide into them. That though, and there's also something that'll rotate as well. And the thing is with the ones that change the weaknesses constantly though, the timing is a bit strict on them before though, because if the arms, like say when the arms are down with that though, and then they raise them up though. If you catch it while they're still raising the arms up, though, even if it looks like they're close to the top, if it's technically not finished, the hitbox is still on the side of them, then you can take a hit there with that. And vice versa as well. Like, so say if the arms are lowered, or lowering actually though, and they haven't finished going all the sides to the sides, then then it counts as them having them still above, and so again, like the timing for it is pretty precise. Case in point with the hitbox being precise like that, because you saw like the arms were up though because the time was just a little bit, just that little bit off. It counted as a hit on me instead. By the way, death route platform is right over here, and I'm actually going to do something that may seem a bit odd. I'm going to go ahead and board the death platform. But here's where it's going to get odd. I'm going to intentionally take a death once I get on the platform here. Once I get on the route over here, though. Yeah, that one was on purpose. Because, again, I know it sounds odd, but there's actually a very good reason for this. Because there's boxes on the death route, which means you have to take normal path and a death route path. The problem is though, unlike the thing with some of the other death routes though, is that with some of the other death routes though, is that the death route here also takes you to an end as well. Yeah, that also is what happens if you miss the jump part of it though, and kind of hit the side of it though, of those enemies though. No! I did not want to take that bonus yet. Because the thing is with this though is that because there's boxes on these parts over here though, but there's an exit. The thing is though is that the way you have to do this one here is that you have to take the normal path and then backtrack to the death route in order to get all the boxes with it though, so it's a bit mean in that regard. But the thing is, but what helps is that when you board the death route platform, though, it counts as you have taken the successfully met the requirements for the death route. Even if you die in a death route, go to another part of the level, die there, and go back to it. Though, once you've boarded it once, at least in this version of the game, once you've boarded it once, it'll let you. It makes it so that way you are able to go back and to the death route whenever you want. And so that's the end of the level, but we are not even close to getting all the boxes. I should not have gotten away with that. It's like, how did I do that? That's one of those cases where I thought that Crash's rounded hitbox actually would work against me, though. I mean, you saw how much I talked about that Crash's rounded hitbox a lot in the first game. That though, especially on those bridge levels where where that rounded hitbox gets particularly nasty. But yet, so now that we've gotten past the boxes there, now we have to go back and go for that though. Yeah, by the way, yeah, you can spin those projectiles away. For that though, rather than worry about taking the hits there. So now I can, now I want to get the bonus here. Because, okay, Z-axis much? But yeah, I want to go for the boxes now because I want to... What the? What? Okay, yeah, replay please, because that was bull that worked in my favor there, because I clearly hit that nitro and it didn't count. Whoa. Yeah, I will try to capitalize on that. But yeah, that really should not have worked. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, I guess I paid for that one there. Because yeah, that was one that I really should not have got. I should have died the first time that happened there, because like that never looked like I hit the corner of the nitro. So yeah, I don't know how that worked, and it's definitely not the only time I've seen that happen too. But yeah, what I'm supposed to do here though is I'm supposed to bounce out that extra life box and use that bounce to go back over here so I can get the crates that appear there now once I hit that switch, because that's why I'm backtracking to that though, because that switch because that switch crate there, that metal switch crate there is the one right over there to the right. That'll activate the ones over there on the all the way over here. There we go. That's what was supposed to happen though. That jump does get a bit tight, admittedly. But yeah, it's like that's another case though. Finally, that's another case though where I finally got one to happen in this game though. But I remember the first game though where I had some like times where it's like I really should have taken the hit there. That though, it's like the hitboxes are definitely not consistent. It feels like though. It's like makes me want to say what is a hitbox? I know there's some other people that have made that joke with this game though, because it happened to them as well, but yeah, I feel like I've now joined that camp of like, what is a hitbox with the trilogy here? Because there was a time that clearly looked like I hit that nitro. But okay, whatever, I guess. So let's too, I wasn't able to fully capitalize on it though, because I still ended up taking the death anyway. But I guess it's just because it was balancing out or something like that. But in any case, now we're actually on the death route for real this time. I was actually afraid that I was going to slide into the explosion there. Yeah, this first part of the death route isn't so bad. This is where the death route gets bad, because you got to bounce off these things here with it though, and these jumps, even with holding the jump button to gain more height, the jumps get pretty tight though. Yeah, by the way, the best way to get past this one right here is to slide spin. I went to demonstrate it and then I messed it up. Or mistimed it though, because that time the spin happened after I went back there. Or you can just do it like a really, or you can also like do like a really precisely timed slide jump as well. This is where it gets really tough though, because you got time. You got time when these guys are going to be having their top parts active over there, and then time the jump to get over there. That was I get past the jump that shouldn't have been that bad, and that should have been the one that got me, but then I messed up the easy one, all because I rushed, and that was too early. Okay, this is a bit more like what I was expecting though, and that was more like the slide spin I was trying to do before though, where that though is like again like the timing of these get really tight. That's the problem with this particular one over there, and also like you also gotta like you also gotta time you also gotta position just right as well, because if you're just a little off like before or afterwards though, then on the second one there you can overshoot the actual hitbox, so you can do that though. That time I was way too early on the spin. I'm gonna get that Pidyaku, aren't I? I'm gonna get that Pidyaku here, aren't I? I mistimed that again. Again, like the timing that one gets pretty tight. Yep, there's the pity. I'm going to try to not use it. That's more like it though. You know what? So I can get past that though. I'm gonna use it the Pidyaku there. Too early, I think. Okay, maybe not. Okay, there we go. Worst part is if I hadn't rushed that part over there, though, I would have gotten through that no problem there. And that also, yeah, the nitro detonator was on this path as well, though, which meant you had to take. You had to take it anyway, though. But in any case, though, that's kind of the thing with this particular stage that I wasn't too fond of, though, was the fact that you have to do the. It's kind of like a reversal of Cold Hard Crash, and we have to basically kind of go through the stage normally, but backtrack to get to the death route and then get everything on the death route, as opposed to it on the stages in the, as opposed to the ones in the other, it's like Cold Hard Crash and Digging It, I think it was, that where you had to take the death route and then backtrack to the other part of it though. Well, actually, Digging It though had the branching path, which is awful for different reasons, but yeah, Cold Hard Crash is when you had to backtrack through the death route. All right, but yeah, in any case, I think I got time for one more level here with those though. So let's go on ahead to Rocket and let's introduce a new mechanic that nobody likes in this game. As far as like, well, most people I've heard don't like this mechanic. Jetpack level. I think the idea is cool. But the problem is the controls, of course, are awkward. You have to use the little shoulder buttons to fly forward, backwards, or like the bumpers. I'm not entirely sure which one they're technically called with it though. Like ZL and ZR. Seriously? On the Switch one though, and also the fact you have to use the control stick to control where you move as well with it though. And this is what in the hint that was saying about reversing the flight controls, inverted the jetpack controls though. I want to turn that on because again I find that more natural personally, because maybe it's just because I use this type of controls when I play games like Star Fox and such like that though, where basically down is up, up is down. For that though, like maybe it's just because it kind of is like I think it's supposed to be like more reminiscent of actual like flying controls though, where you basically you put the joystick down, it'll send the plane, it'll send the craft downward though, or pulling back to move it upward for up as well though. I don't know if that's what it is though with it though, but again, it's just not that I've ever flown one of those things for real though, but it's like I feel like again I think it's just because I've always played Star Fox with this type of flying controls though, that it just feels more natural to me. No. I thought I was a little early on that for a moment there, but But yeah, it's just like the controls for the jetpack levels are pretty awkward, to say the least. Yeah, also, yeah, because you can't actually, you still can't spin TNT with this though, but because you can't actually bounce on it, all you gotta do is just basically nudge it and it'll activate the timer. Alright, so let's go back through here. Oh, that was close. I went to go one direction, I was like, wait, that was the wrong timing, that was the wrong direction there, but I almost feel like I shouldn't have gotten away with that one there. Like, I barely missed him. I missed Lizard. And also, yeah, we also got these electrified scientists as well, though, that we haven't seen since the lab, though. And part of me was wondering if I was early on that. Oh, yeah, also, yeah, those little wires that float in the air, flying around, those will electrify you as well, though. And I swear they kind of follow where you are with it, though. So trying to get through them can get a bit weird with it, though. I don't know if it's supposed to be random or it's like or quote random, but they kind of like tries to track where you are with it, though. It's a hazard I'm still figuring out exactly how it works. Oh boy, right by these nitros. I probably should not have tried going for that. Just going for the extra life. Just like broken the box. How did that scientist not hit me if I ended up getting close enough to actually hit, to be able to spin him away? Like, that's another one I'm not sure I should have gotten away with that one. But also, yeah, this is also one of those stages I like to try to take my time with as well, though, because, well, first of all, the awkward controls, but two, this is also a stage I swear I always feel like I miss a box. Like, whenever I do this, the one that I was like, and a lot of times it's like, it's not always apparent which one I miss whenever I go back through it as well. It's like, which one did I miss again? It's like, you know, like, it's just like, it feels like every time I play through these stages, I miss a box. Oh, this is going to get awkward here. Let them play up that way, though, and then I also always shoot that crystal. Because I'd much rather get past the wires, which can very easily kill you, and then I'd much rather overshoot and then nudge my way back to get the crystal. That though, but it's still always awkward though. Okay, well, we're at the end of the stage, so moment of truth time. Okay, I did get all the boxes there. Okay, so I did get them all this time. Again, this is a stage I'm always paranoid that I miss a box whenever I play the stage. But in any case, though, that's 2 levels down where we got the gems and the crystals for those though. But I think this part has gone on long enough because Piston It Away kind of took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to because of the stupid parts of the death route. And of course, I also kind of got caught up in the bonus after the weird hitboxes there. But in any case, though, 3 levels left, though. I'm going to go ahead and end off this part right here, though. So next time, we got more levels to look forward to. And as before, none of them are fun. They've all got some bad, nasty mechanics, which means I'm probably not going to finish them all in the next part there with this. So, but still, look forward to more of these levels for the next time, though. So until then, see you guys then, and thank you all for watching.